Well, my. Look what the Frost Beast dragged in. Mosey on in here like you own the place. Make matters worse, you're over 3 hours late. And you're stinking like booze. I told you yesterday, Pony Soldier, that we got a horse to break in. And this is a feisty one. Got a lot of fight. So you better put your big boy pants on, slap those big boy pants on, and saddle up, partner. Let's waste no time. Giddy up. I hope you enjoyed the little intro there. Just for you guys. But he's right. We got a lot of work to do. And no time to waste. So let's ride. Now, we're talking about Thor. We're talking about our horse. And yeah, I scored 11.17 million with no insight, mind you. And I did a fair amount of runs. I was running. I was ripping and running, baby. So I think I found a good way to use them. I know, people out there are always going to be, improving on this and making small little tweaks and changes. But Thor is a character that, in my opinion, doesn't have a set rotation. Maybe if you're using an energy with them. I know I've heard people talking about using an energy, but I just can't see it right now. He does have, like if you look at his uniform, he's got an effect that synergizes well with an energy. He's got that additional 10% chain hit. So that's usually a pretty good sign that he's going to work. He could work well with an energy. It's a staple of, you got this, energy works well. But yeah, I think he has like more of an active rotation where, and you'll see in the run. You'll see in the run. I'll guide you through it as we're going through. So for those who haven't seen my previous video, it was 2 videos ago, my Thor verse, I took him in the call, Ebony Maw, and then Null. So if you haven't watched that, go watch that. But I'm going to show the build in this one as well. 16 Odin's Blessings. It's my number, 16. Stage 11 Overdrive. And a Rage. Not the best rolled Rage, and I explained this in the last video. With crafted cards and all the additional stats, you don't need a really good rolled, Rager or any other CTP, right? If you got a lot of crit damage, so you don't need like really high stats on your destruction or energy or authority even. He does have a mythic uniform, and I believe all these are maxed. We got them all maxed. Actually, I did not have this one maxed, and I went ahead and it was at legendary, and I took it all the way, baby. And all his stats are maxed. Rank 1. Let's see if we can get a rank 2. Oh my goodness. No, I do not want that. No, thank you. Let's try again. Wow, just to get to rank 2, failing twice in a row. Let's see 3. Whoa. Okay. It's not really that big. Let's see, can we get 2 in a row? We got 2 in a row. I'll take it. I don't have a lot of these. And I think I'm going to try to save them for maybe a character I use for PvP. Okay, so I'll show you the cards. Take a trip on, mosey on down to the card shop, the comic cards. And I got 5 of them right here for sale. Let's ride, partner. All right. So I'm rocking a lot of energy attack. I have 132.8 with 13% pierce damage. Now I do have enough to do a roll for this to go for all blue, but I think I'm gonna stack some cubes, and once I have enough for like 3 or 4, I'll probably do it then, because I just like doing it that way, and I want to play a little bit with the 13, and then once I go up to 16, because I'll get the additional 3, getting this card all blue. I want to be able to notice, the difference You know what I'm saying? All right. So there's cards, there's build, and let's go into his skills, right? Because I actually have this run pre-recorded. I think it's just easier that way for ABX, rather than trying to do like a run live, because you need like the right run, right? And it's a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of repetition, and for me to sit here and try to like record for like a half an hour or 40 minutes, straight, like my camera would probably die at that point. No, I probably wouldn't die, but you get what I'm saying. So I think it's better for just for ABX. I will probably just pre-record the runs and then do something like this, where I kind of just take you through the build, preview some of the skills, and then I'll queue up the run, and we'll go through it. All right, so well, actually, here before we do this, so most important effect for those who don't know, on his 4, it's a little funky because you have to hold it down, and the longer you hold it, the more of a buff you get. So for the all attack buff, I believe the accumulation does queue up right away, which is most important. But for the, you see he has a 60% all attack and all defense. Now that scales up the longer you hold it. So I haven't. So it goes from like, I think it starts at 30 if you just tap it, and then 40, 50, and then 60 the longer you hold it. And I'll show you actually. So that's basically the only meaningful buff that he gets on his skills that you actually really have to pay attention to. He's got a 35% for one attack on his tier 3. That, I mean, they could have done him better than that, right? 35%, that's not a whole lot. It's not anything to really manage his skills around. So, okay, his 4. And I like playing, so, a lot of people play ABX on like very low. They feel like that, and this is true actually for a lot of days, that you do more damage on very low. For whatever reason it is, you just do more damage. Like Red She-Hulk, you actually must play her on very low because of, she does like this, Michael Jordan slow motion on her 5th, right? Go and hit her 5th skill. If you've never played Red She-Hulk, go and hit her 5th. You'll see what I'm talking about. Just like goes Michael Jordan, going up for the slam dunk. So on his 4th, all right. So okay, you know what I'm doing? I'm just gonna tap it, and I'll show you. So I just tapped it, and it looks like he gets a 30%, right? And I'm gonna hold it for a little bit longer. He got a 40%. You saw how long I held it? Only for like a couple seconds. Now I'm going to hold it even longer. And apparently I didn't hold it long enough. Okay, so right there I believe is the 5th. So that's 50. Now, if you hold it, now if you watch the hammer, right? Now that's the 60. So you can see, that's why I like playing it on low, because you could actually, by the illumination that his hammer is giving off, that's a good, signifier of where the buff is actually at. And I don't all the time, I don't hold it until a certain point, and that's that it all depends on where his proc's at, where his skills are at, on cooldown, and it's something that's really hard to just kind of like tell you this is the way to do it, and you got to do it step by step. That's not really how this character works. Like on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, like Thanos, you need to like master his skills to a certain level, like a fraction of a second. You need to be hitting those skills. You need to hit them at like the exact time in order to maximize the damage, because Thanos before, let's say 3 weeks ago, it was very difficult to cap with him. I think only a few people were, and so you were really pushing that, and I was pushing. I mean, I've ran Thanos so many times, and getting it down to like within just like a fraction of a second is where it's at. Same with Captain Marvel. Like you can cap with her with like if you have a really good run, you know what you're doing, and your count's okay. I'm talking about like in the past before all this crafted card nonsense. And you needed things, especially before they changed the roar cancel deal, right? You know, remember how difficult it was to like cancel with her? You needed to be on point, right? So his rotation, in my opinion, doesn't work like that. If somebody has, like after watching this, and you have something that works better, let me know, because I'd love to know. I actually didn't really get a rotation from anybody. I just kind of went around, messed around with them, and just kind of came up with it on my own. But there is no like rotation. You're kind of just, it's like you just got to kind of feel it, right? You know, I don't know anybody ever play basketball, but you know when you're feeling it and you're on, you know, you're hitting all your shots, right? It's like that. You'll notice that sometimes I'm holding I try to hold his 4 as long as I possibly can. But like if his proc is, like I said, depending on where his proc's at, and where his tier 3 is at, and all that, that will determine when I actually let 4 go. So if, like, say my proc just activated like right here, I'd probably let it go and then go into like 5 into the 3. But you'll see the run will do most of the talking. So let's queue up into it. Let's saddle up and ride, pony soldier. Giddy up. All right, here we are. We're back here. We're back. There we are. Beautiful. Let's cue this bad boy up. Alright, I think that's better. Hopefully the audio is okay for you guys. I apologize if it's not. But as you can see in the beginning, I skill cancel. I go 2, 1, 5, 3, and then go into holding the 4 just to get to that tier 3 as quickly as possible. And by the way, I play with SFX on. I feel like SFX on is going to increase your damage. But yeah, he's really difficult to explain. I'll tell you that I do not always prioritize doing the 4 before even sometimes his tier 3 or his 5 and 3. I've noticed after doing many runs, I noticed that that's not best in terms of increasing your score for ABX. It's just not. See, like right now, I believe his accumulation is not up, right? And then I go right into the 5 and 3. And mind you, no insight here. And this isn't even the greatest run in my opinion. Like, there's many times where the proc definitely could have activated, but you see where, like, he reaches his hammer up and that bolt comes down. First of all, that's when the paralyze activates, and I feel like that's where a lot of his damage is on his tier 3. So you want to try to hit that bolt right there, where I missed it actually right there, in his tier 3, and even just like the second part of the second half of it, even when he crashes down there as well. But you can't always fit it all in, right? It's trying to hold your skills, and fit it all in. It's not a recipe for success in terms of outputting the maximum amount of damage. These damn notifications. Yeah, so I believe here. Yep. So there's no accumulation. I hit the tier 3. I mean, in an ideal world, you'd want to hit like the 4, tier 3, that to land in the proc, and then 5, cancel into 3, into the 2. But just because of that, with the wacky cooldown on 4 and the way it actually, so here I actually saved the tier 3, and we get some of it in the proc. And like I said, mind you, when he shoots the hammer up, that's when the paralyze takes in effect. But he has paralyze on 3 of his skills, right? The tier 3, the 5, and the 2. Does he have it on the 3 as well? I actually didn't notice. I don't think I ever tried to cancel his 3. It's always either the 5-2 or the tier 3. But you'll see, we surpassed 11 million. 11/17. That's my birthday, by the way, November 17th. It's not coming up. Yeah, I had to snapshot that. Man, but he put it out, and now I'm gonna try to compare him against, with let's get rid of that. I'm gonna try to compare him against other characters that you typically run ABX with. Now I know that's not like the universal hero team up, but the video is just a demonstration of how you want to operate with his skills, right? Because I feel like actually at first I was trying to stick to like a set rotation, and then after a little while I just started just switching it up a little bit, and I noticed that I was getting an increase with the damage. So there's no specific rhyme or reason with his rotation. It's just it's something that, and I like it, by the way, that you don't have to like a super strict regimen. But yeah, there it is, guys. I didn't want to make the video too long, so we're gonna stop there. I appreciate you guys coming back, helping me finish breaking the horse in. Yes. So better get out there, get on, giddy up, and next time you better not show up late or be stinking like booze, Pony Soldier. Out.